Today I'm going to show you how I did my vision board on this little New Year's tree. So please join me. Happy New Year and welcome to the Bold Encourager. I'm Rebecca. So today I'm going to show you how I am going to decorate this little mini tree right here. I got this from the Dollar Tree around Halloween, so that's why it's a little different. But it's the gold and black, which represents kind of the New Year's colors. And I thought it would be fun to do my vision board on this mini tree this year. I typically do a vision board every year, and I thought this would be a different way to do it because I do like to decorate the little trees, as you can see in my videos. Obviously, I do it for Christmas because that's a big deal. I do it for Valentine's Day. I do have a fall tree that I will be doing this year. And so here is the New Year's tree that I'm going to be decorating with clear ornaments, and they will have my vision for 2026. So what I did is I prepared my goals for this year for 2026, and I put them in clear little balls. These are ornaments that you can get on Amazon. I can link it down below for you. And then I cut little circles. I just basically used this as a way to do the shape. I just drew the circle, and then I put a little piece of paper on it and put whatever I thought would be my goal for 2026. So I still cut out the little pieces from Pinterest. There's little printables that you can get there for vision boards. So I did that, and I cut them up, and then I put, I had a little hole puncher from my scrapbooking days, and they had little snowflakes and just little holes. And it's almost like a hole puncher, right? And so then you put those in the balls just so it's a little fun. You can kind of shake it up a little bit. But this one is, and then I cut little ribbon and put that on the top so that I could hang it on my tree. So obviously you don't want to go too big with this mini tree. And so the first one says, dream big, work hard. So I'm a big dreamer. I have a big vision for what I want in the future, and a lot of it has to do with this channel, right? Because it's my heart, and I really started this whole thing to encourage you and also just bring my creativity to this channel. So I dream big, but I work hard too. So a lot of times people think, oh, it's easy to do a YouTube channel. It really isn't. I've been doing this for almost 6 years, coming up on 6 years, but I do love sharing my creativity with everybody, sharing my encouragement, my faith, my beliefs, everything on this channel to really put that out to you. Dream big and work hard has been a staple of mine for many years, and I'm going to continue to have that vision to do that because I think that's important when you're doing something like this where sometimes you don't necessarily see a reward from it. So we're going to put this on the tree so that I don't forget that that's important. That's very important. So that's got to be on the vision tree, right? Next, keep going. A lot of times, there'll be times, everybody has them, right, where we've kind of just say, well, I don't feel like doing this anymore. And I've had those moments. And I've learned to not listen to those thoughts and not let that happen because it's about, you keep on going. You keep being consistent. You keep trying. You never stop trying because when you keep going, consistency always pays off, right? It always rewards you down the road. And that's a huge part of what keeps me going. So that is why this has to go on my vision board tree because I have to keep going. I can't quit. I just can't. I'm not a quitter. So I just keep going. It's impossible to quit. Next, save money. That's a thing that we all should do, right? Save money because if you want to go on a vacation or you have future plans or future things you want to do in retirement, you want to save money. So something that I'm always trying to do well at. I always want to pay the bills and then save money. And it's it all goes hand in hand. But I do always want to get to a point where there's always something. You always want to be able to have a nest egg. You always want to be able to know that you're okay in the future. So saving money is huge. I know it's hard when you're going through a rough patch. Trust me, I know I've been there. But saving money does help during those rough patches, so I would encourage you to do so as well. So that's going on the tree. next one. Keep growing. Now, a lot of times you think when you get to a place in your life, you're like, I've kind of matured enough here and I don't need to do anything else here. That's not true. We always are growing in some shape or form. And I believe that there's never a time in my life where I want to stop growing. So I'm always looking for a way to grow in every area of my life. And that is a huge importance to me. This is why this is going on the vision board tree, because it has to happen. I have to keep growing. Okay, something very similar. Keep improving. So growing and improving are both important. Now, growth comes from improving, right? So you have to first make improvements in your life to grow. So in order for me to grow, I have to improve areas of my life. I got to be looking, what area of my life do I need to be better at? There's no person that can grow without doing like an inventory where you say, okay, I need to improve in this area of my life, and this area in my life I'm doing well. So you got to give yourself a little kudos when you're doing well, but you also got to look for that little bit of constructive criticism where you say, okay, this is an area in my life that I can improve. And that's kind of what I'm trying to do, always finding ways to improve, always finding ways to grow. And that goes in this YouTube channel, that goes in my personal life, that goes in my spiritual life, that goes in my work life, all those areas. I'm always looking for ways to improve, because I think if you are truly a person that is wanting to do better in life, you have to do that, right? So that's why this is going on the tree. Drink water. Yes, I do drink water, don't worry. I'm fine there. But I need to drink more water. So drinking water is huge and good for your health, obviously, and good for a lot of different things. You have to hydrate yourself. And I think being healthy is a huge importance in being able to do other things in your life. If you're healthy and you're good, you can do more things in all areas of your life. So drinking water is a huge part of that. So that's why it's going on the tree. Stay fit. So staying fit goes hand in hand with the water thing, right? So I have been always on and off with the working out. I'll admit it, because I get busy at work. So a lot of times there's not a lot of time to work out. So I'm trying to find time in the busy day to make time for staying fit, because I think it's important to take care of your body. And this is your temple. This is something you definitely want to always improve and do better with and take care of it, so that you have the energy and the stamina to do the things in life that you want to do, right? So staying fit is a huge part of that, and that's why it's going on the tree. So this one's a huge one. God put that dream in your heart for a reason. The reason why I picked this one is because I need to be reminded that I need to follow after God's plan and His purpose for me. And He put it in my heart to start this channel and encourage everyone. And sometimes when I feel like tired or overwhelmed and I'm like, I don't know if I want to do this anymore, I got to remember, God put this on my heart for a reason, right? This is a purpose. This is a plan for Him. And He wanted me to start this for a reason. So I'm not going to give up on this. No matter how hard it gets and no matter how discouraged I get, I will continue to remember that God put this on my heart for a reason. So that's why this is going on the tree. It's so funny. I'm just randomly picking these, but they all go right with each other. This one says, trust God. So, God put this on my heart for a reason. I need to trust Him. I need to trust Him to carry out His plan for my life and know that He is doing everything in His timing, and His timing is perfect, and everything He has planned for me or for you is always good, right? So we need to trust in God whenever we're not sure about something and we're waiting on Him for something to happen, right? So trust God. Faith is a big, important part of my life, and that's why I'm sharing this with you, but I have to trust God, or a lot of times I'll give up more quickly if I didn't trust God. So that's what keeps me going too. Spend more time outside. Now, outside is important because, I work from home, and I do a lot of my videos from home because it's a lot of things are further away from where I live. I live more in a rural area. So I would say to spend more time outside is important because if you're walking outside, it's like you're getting your dose of vitamin D, right? It's good to get sunshine in your life because sometimes when you're stressed out or overwhelmed, it's good to take a walk outside or just spend some time outside, sitting outside, enjoying just the sunlight, even if it's gloomy out there. Just being outside, there's something about it that makes you just uplift your spirits and makes you feel better. So spending time outside is very important. So that's why it's going on the tree. Don't overthink. Hey, don't we all overthink things? A lot of times I'm overthinking things and making things way more complicated than they really need to be. Or I'm overanalyzing. I'm a very analytical person, just how I function, but to not overthink everything. I need to just take my time and just remember that, I can't get everything accomplished in one day. There's no reason to overthink things because if you have 100 thoughts in your head, none of them are going to get any attention. So to just take one thought and just focus on it and give it full attention will give it that thought a little bit more input and actually be more effective, right? So if I don't overthink and I just take a thought at a time and work through each thought and not overthink anything, I won't be overwhelmed. I won't panic, right? So it's important to not overthink. So that's why this is going on the tree. Keep learning. I said keep improving, keep growing, right? Keep learning. I think you can't grow without improving and you can't grow without learning. So that's why I find it very important to always find ways to learn. There's so many things you can learn about through YouTube. I mean, I learn a lot from other YouTubers, also just learning things from people in walks of life around you. Older people, younger people your age, they have so much wisdom and knowledge to give you. Obviously, be careful who you get that wisdom and knowledge from. If they're a definite good person that you know in your life as somebody that you can trust, you can learn from them. And there's a lot to be learned. And I don't ever feel like there's nothing I can stop learning. So there's books too to read and things all around us that we can learn about. We learn things from every day, even from my just daily life. We learn so much. And so that's why I want to keep learning. I don't want to stop learning because it will help me continue to grow. Okay, this ball is pretty big and it's important because family, where life begins and love never ends. The reason why I chose this one is because family is super important to me. Family is really where life begins and love never ends, right? So we need to make time for family. I get busy, life gets busy. A lot of times, there's times where I just maybe not have enough time to spend time with family. And so that's why this is important and why it needs to go on the tree, because I need to remember that family time is important and that I got to put my full attention to it. So that's why I chose this to put on the vision board tree. Yes, you can. This is another in a small ball, but it's important because a lot of times you think, I can't do that. I can't, it's too hard. It's way too hard. And I get there sometimes where I'm like, it's just too hard. I don't think I can do it. There's something I've never tried before, or something I'm not sure about. And a lot of times that happens when I'm putting things together for the channel. I just can't do it, or I just am not qualified for this. But you can. Whatever you put your mind to, you can do it. And if you put enough work and hard effort into it, it's a very accomplishable. But you cannot use the word can't. You have to say, yes, I can. And when you take the word can't out, you're going to be able to accomplish so much more. So that's why it's going on the vision board tree. Keep my space tidy. When I'm busy at work and have a lot going on, a lot of times it's tough to keep my office tidy. But I know when you're trying to think straight and you're trying to work in your office, especially when you have a home office and that's where you work and do everything, it's important to keep your space tidy. So that's something I'm going to be working on this year just to be better at, because I think that's definitely going to help me think a lot more clearly. Don't get me wrong, most of the time my space is tidy in my office, but there's going to be times where I'm busy and I'm running around and trying to get things done that it's not. So I have to take the time to make sure that I tidy up my space so it stays clean. One day at a time. Just like the thought process. You don't want to overthink, right? You want to do one thought at a time. You want to do one day at a time. If you're thinking way too ahead in days, well, I have to do this day, or I have to do this that day, or I have to accomplish this on this other day, then you're going to be overwhelmed. Just with your thought process, days can be overwhelming when you have so much on your plate and you're so busy and you're looking for the time to take care of yourself, your family, and the things that you have to accomplish. So take one day at a time. Take 1 minute at a time, 1 second at a time. Don't overwhelm yourself, because a lot of times when we overwhelm ourselves, we go into panic mode and we don't get things accomplished that we need to get accomplished. So taking one day at a time is important, and that's why I'm going to put this on the vision board tree. Creating the life of my dreams. So I feel like that's important for all of us. We want to wake up every morning and love our lives, right? We want to create a life of our dreams. Maybe some days or some seasons it's tough, it's rough. It doesn't feel like you're creating the life of your dreams, but it takes work to get there. And it's one day at a time, it's one step at a time, it's all that stuff. But I'm trying to do that because I know that I am the deciding factor of this. I decide how my life goes. I decide. Nobody can do that for you. Nobody can step into your life and make things happen. You have to do it yourself. This comes from like a place of where I financially have struggled, where I slept on a couch. I had to take the bus. I went to and from, and now I live in a wonderful house, the house that I wanted to live in, and it all came through work and determination. Also working towards having a successful YouTube channel. That's a dream of mine. The life of my dreams is working towards goals, whether it be in my work life, in my personal life, in my spiritual life, right? So all these areas matter to me. And I have to put work towards it. So my thought is it's creation. It's creating that life, right? Like I like to create, I'm all a creative person on YouTube. It's important to be creative on YouTube. Well, it's important to also think about what you want in your life. How do you want to make your life better? And you work towards those goals, because that's what it means to create the life of your dreams. It's going to be rough. It's going to be tough. It's not going to be easy to get there, but you can do it. Remember, don't use the word I can't, because that's not in your vocabulary. Being successful in life doesn't necessarily mean being successful in your pocketbook, right? If you enjoy your life, if you're happy in your life, if you find joy in your life, if there's so many great things going for you in life, that to me is success, right? That's creating the life of your dreams. It doesn't always come in the monetary form. People think that people that have money have less problems. That's not true. Often they have more problems. And so it's about what you're looking at in life to bring joy to you and your family and everyone around you. And so that's why I find it important to create the life of your dreams. Don't just settle for, well, I'm not happy and life is terrible. Well, then you can decide how that can change. You're the person that gets to decide that. 2 more. Get monetized on YouTube. Yes, I just hit 1,000 subscribers just this past year. It's been over 5 years now. It'll be 6 years in February, and I still haven't got monetized. Now, it's not the most important thing to me, but it's a goal of mine. And it would just be a second form of income to pay the bills. My goal in life is to be able to retire at 65 and live comfortably. And so that to me is also creating a life of my dreams. And so that's why I'm putting it on the vision board tree. Last one, workout. So staying fit, same thing, right? But when I say stay fit, that includes eating right and working out as a part of that, but I have to remind myself to work out multiple times because I'm not doing it as much as I should be. But to take care of my body, drinking water, doing all those things. So most of these goals are going to be about my taking care of my body, my physical being, my spiritual being, and also taking care of my mental state, right? So I think a lot of these goals probably very similar to a lot of people's other. I'm sure a lot of people have these goals too, but a lot of times it's hard to vision it, right? And so when you look on this tree, and you can kind of take a look at all your little ornaments and say, oh, okay, yeah. And it reminds you, and you have to take your time to look at each one because a lot of times with a vision board, you're just like, see it all splat right there. But this will probably give you time to really think about it. And you could put it in your office or whatever, wherever you spend a lot of time, and you can just look at each ornament and remind yourself what you're working towards. And these goals will help you in 2026 and every year after that. So I'm excited for 2026. I do believe it's going to be a good year, and I think a lot of good things are going to happen. We're going to see, I think, major breakthrough. And I know a lot of people have had a lot of tough years these past, I don't know, 5 or 6 years. But just keep in mind that when you're going through difficult times, often those difficult times prepare you for when good things are about to happen. And you appreciate the good times more. And also, it helps you to stay, to honestly, to be bolder, be stronger, to find ways to improve in your life. It honestly, if things are too easy and things come to us so easily, we don't try hard enough. We become complacent, right? And we kind of give up on things. Trust me, I don't like difficult times. I'm just like you. But I have learned that the difficult times have given me better character and made me stronger. So I will say that though I did not enjoy the difficult times, I cannot say that they didn't help me learn and improve and grow and do the things that I need to do in my life. So here's to a wonderful, prosperous 2026. I know good things are in the mix. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please don't forget to like, share, comment, or subscribe. It helps me out so much, and it doesn't cost you anything. Also, if you haven't followed me on social media, please follow me on social media. The links are down below. If you haven't hit that notification bell yet, please hit that notification bell, and you'll be notified every time I post a new video. Well, I hope you have an amazing day, and I hope you stay encouraged.